We begin with more uncertainty about the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine, which Canada is relying on to speed up the COVID-19 vaccine rollout. The National Advisory Committee on Immunization now recommends that the AstraZeneca shot not be given to people under the age of 55. It says there is not enough data to be certain the benefit outweighs the risk. In Europe, there are a few rare but serious cases of blood clots in people who have received the AstraZeneca vaccine. The European regulator investigated 25 cases of clotting out of roughly 20 million people who had been vaccinated in the UK and EU. Almost all the cases were in women under 55. There have been no reports of similar cases here in Canada. Federal officials are calling today's change a precaution until more studies are done on the potential risks in Canada.
I think we're all on the same page, that this is something that's very rare, that we need to continue to follow it. I fully understand this can be confusing, but what I would say is, again, precautionary approach, and we'll move forward as we get more information.
AstraZeneca is critical to Canada's vaccine rollout. 1.5 million more doses are set to arrive tomorrow from the U.S. There's already been so much evolving advice about it, and this latest change will almost certainly damage public confidence. This morning, Ontario Health Minister Christine Elliott, who is 65, made a point of appearing on camera to get the AstraZeneca vaccine. She's urging people who are eligible to take it if it is offered to them. There has been a roller coaster of advice, though, about the AstraZeneca vaccine. Mike Armstrong has our top story tonight on the latest twist and what it means for provincial rollout plans.
It wasn't an announcement any province wanted to make, but it came one after another. PEI was the first to pull AstraZeneca for people under the age of 55, saying there may be a problem with blood clots.
For those islanders who have been vaccinated to date using AstraZeneca, 1,680 of them, I understand this news would be a little bit disturbing to hear this.
This is still a good vaccine. It's still an effective vaccine.
Whether it was Newfoundland and Labrador or Manitoba, the move came with a message. The AstraZeneca pause is just a precaution.
While we still believe that probably the benefits for all ages outweigh the risks, I'm not comfortable with probably.
The provinces were informed over the weekend. Canada's National Advisory Committee on Immunization was changing its recommendations. The reason? A problem that was already known appears to be worse than originally believed. Much of Europe suspended the use of AstraZeneca earlier this month when the blood clotting issue was first observed. Eventually, most countries resumed using it, determining the benefits outweighed the risks. At least 15 people died of a syndrome health authorities are now calling vipid. Symptoms appeared 4 to 16 days after vaccination, but it was rare, about 1 in a million. Now, a German institute has determined it's about 1 in 100,000.
Cases identified so far have primarily been in women under the age of 55, although cases in men have also been reported.
Now, the idea of still using the AstraZeneca vaccine in older groups may seem counterintuitive, but in terms of risk versus reward, it makes sense. Vipid is rarer in older people, and they're at a much higher risk of developing severe COVID-19. Several European countries are already reserving AstraZeneca for older groups. Sweden announced last Thursday it was only going to use it on people 65 years and over. Mike Armstrong, Global News, Montreal.